cycle of emotion, of dependence, of devotion. Love's waiting on a planet, break the habit.
Okay, Henning, in this video, I'm here at Henning's
too.
place.
He hasn't killed me and buried me in the backyard.
You talk too much in the last videos, and I'm getting warmed up.
He's like, hey, cameras, I get this shit now.
And I have to look there instead of looking in the table.
Yeah, so I'm the coffee bitch. I always wanted to have my own personal coffee bitch, and now I am the coffee bitch. So you do your thing, I'm gonna be doing things.
Alright, in this video I'd like to talk about the old models from Pedaltrain and the new ones and what the difference is, and how to mount one of our very popular power supplies, the DC10, on the old one and on the new one, and what the difference is and how we do it.
Have you told them who you are? You might just be some guy.
Yeah, I'm Paul. I'm Paul Chok from CIOKS.
He makes
my
power
company.
supplies.
We make power supplies, if you haven't realized that yet. But
Danish company. He's from Poland, but they started in Denmark, so you know all the pedally stuff that comes from Denmark. He hangs out with the TC guys and Thomann and T-Rexes and all these crazy people. I'm sorry.
All right. So what I have here is the older model of Pedaltrain 2. There was actually a former one without these two holes, but this is way long before anything. On this one, if you wanted to mount the DC10, actually it was too wide to get in between the bars. So what you needed is to higher the board slightly. For what we have, the mounting kit with two taller feet, which goes there and there. I think it's visible. Yeah, right. And what you get with the power supply is this bracket, which you attach for this mounting in a different angle. Usually you would attach it, you take off the rubber feet, and usually the normal placement of this bracket is like this, where you can put it in a rack and mount it with 4 screws or 2 screws. Or if you want to mount it on top of a pedal board, you can go like this and mount it with 2 screws. But if you wanted to attach it on the old style Pedaltrain, there is actually a PDF guide on our website which shows it in pictures. Shortly, what you do is to put the bracket like this, put some screws, 2 screws inside here, here and here.
Is he making fun of Germans? I don't think so.
So
He's getting cheeky, the bastard.
2 screws, and you have the bracket attached this way. So what you do is actually to place the power supply upside down. You use 2 screws here, and then you have the remains of this set is 2 big washers, like this, which go and hold the power supply here on the bottom, which is the top of the power supply. So everything you need, you need to buy this extra mounting kit for the older type of Pedaltrain. 2 screws go there, and you have the washers and the screws there.
No, these screws, excuse me,
these are self-tapping screws. You drill a hole with 4.5 millimeters drill.
And they actually put a thread in there.
Yeah. Okay. You use some force to just screw them in, and they are forming the thread themselves.
Okay, good.
Don't use too much force where you have the screwdriver in your hand, because it's not very thick. This aluminum has maybe a thickness of 1.2 millimeters.
Well, that's what, looking at it, that's what 1.2 is what I would have guessed, of course.
So, this is the older type of Pedaltrain, where you need the taller feet for the DC10 to fit below, unless you, of course, would like to mill a little bit of this away. I've seen that done. My friend Luke from Rocktone in Poland, he actually mills a little bit away of this bar just to fit the side here of the power supply, and then it fits actually on the old style. But this was the old type. The new types Pedaltrain have released, I think, a few months ago actually. You can see this already. This is the Classic Junior. So this was the Model 2. In this direction, they are the same size, but the new types are taller, which makes more space for anything you would like to put below the board. And this is lucky for us because now you don't need the taller feet. You can leave it as it is, but the problem is now that the difference between this surface and this is different. So we had to have another way of mounting of this popular DC10 power supply. So what is going to happen during the next month, that we will supply a different kind of bracket. This is the original bracket, and this is a new one. It's not painted yet, but it has an extra piece of metal on top to attach a standoff. So when you, now I have to do it correct. When you attach this bracket to the DC10, you should do it with 3 screws. I'm using a screwdriver, but actually if you don't have an umbraco or hex key, the small key is included in the set. So 3 screws, which is also included, which leaves you with a standoff here and some holes here. And then you can attach the power supply like this. There's this, oh!
Before it's screwed in, it can slip.
Yeah, I hold it. So this is how it looks like. I hope I got it right. So what you need is 3 holes. One in this part for the standoff. It's sort of supporting. I know some people are actually mounting the DC10 on the new models without this standoff support.
Which I've done, and it's still pretty solid.
Yeah.
You can't rip this off or do anything bad to it. So it does work.
Yeah, but that's, if you want it really solid, this is the new bracket, and it will be supplied for a period of time from now on, and maybe till the end of the year, where you can use this bracket to attach it really properly. And when we have sold all these DC10s, which are out now, we make a new version of it where you don't need the new bracket, because we make an extra hole here in the back of the power supply. Here it is. So you can have just one standoff screwed directly into the power supply, and then you can use the old style bracket to mount it the same way as this. So this is the difference. Maybe, I hope you can see it. I mean, you have the standoff on both, but here you have the older bracket. So if you have an old style Pedaltrain Junior 1 or 2 model, you have to, and the DC10, you have to get the Pedaltrain mounting kit. If you have a DC10 you bought a month ago and one of the new either Classic or Novo
yeah,
boards, you should wait a month or so, and then you can buy the bracket, the new bracket, separately, including all the screws and the standoffs, to mount it like this if you're not safe
on
with
your current DC10.
Yeah, on
because
the current DC10.
This bracket works with the current DC10, but then later they're going to come out with a DC10 that looks like this.
It will be from the beginning of next year. All DC10s will have this extra hole, and we'll sell them with
the old style bracket.
The old style bracket. The good news is you don't have to buy any hardware, any screws and washers to attach them to the new types of Pedaltrain boards. It will all be included. At this moment, you actually you could be disappointed that you have a DC10 and you have a pedal board, and then you have to buy an extra Pedaltrain mounting kit to attach it to the old
But this is
style.
really what this shows me is really interesting, because Pedaltrain is such a huge standing in this community, pedal community, that once they change a design aspect, all the
have to adapt.
All the other companies have to adapt, and they're jostling around in their labs like, how can we do this? Okay, these are the current products, so we have to give people a chance to modify the current product so it fits, but then we modify our product for like long term so that it fits. So these guys have to pull along with anything Pedaltrain does, which shows you how cool Pedaltrain is. I mean, there's
I'm actually with John Chandler. We have some communication going on. So we talk about a few things sometimes, and he does his thing. We do our thing. He's got a bigger business than we do, so sort of I need to adapt my stuff to
Do they
what
give you
do.
heads up before those get released?
Not that much. We talk at different shows, the NAMM show or Musikmesse. So I knew that there will be some new.
But you wouldn't
stuff.
have one like a month before it comes out, so that your products could be kind of.
No, but
Which would be nice to have,
maybe,
you know.
Maybe.
John Chandler would be nice to have to.
But I'm happy that he actually supplied me this time with a few boards so I could play around with these things, and we could actually make the videos here showing how to mount these things. So and I'm happy that there is enough space here to mount the DC10. With Ciokolate, it's the same thing. There will be usually you get 2 brackets because it's so big. And these brackets, the new brackets, will be a little bit longer as this one. And next year we will make another version with extra holes for these extra standoffs, so we can mount it like this with extra support on the back. So this is the same story. Right, I think that's covered now.
Okay. What I'd like him to do now is, just because he knows how and I don't wanna. I have a pussy now, and I'd like to mount it, and I would like him to mount my pussy. Yeah, that's power. I would like Paul to mount my pussy power. That is true, right?
All right.
On one of my boards, and we're gonna see how that is done, and you're gonna watch him do this, and I will sit here not doing anything.
All right. See you next video.
See you next video.